Hello, 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 hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, 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 welcome. Friday is here. Premier League is here. Everything is here. Finally, football is back. Already, I watched the La Liga game between Girona and Rayo Vallecano. Girona lost 3-1. Gaza in their goal. Oh my goodness gracious! Like, he basically scored an own goal. He got a red card, gave away a penalty, and yeah, it was Peakums, to say the least. It literally was Peakums. Like, serious talk. It was total and utter Peakums if we look from that point of view. So we'll see how the things go. But yeah, people as well. StreamYard is on its last legs. It's always connecting, I assume, because people are streaming like no tomorrow at the moment. So hence why it's kind of a bit laggy. So I'm very sorry if that goes wrong, if that happens, and all that jazz. You get what I mean, basically, right? So yeah, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we are here to talk about, of course, United versus Arsenal preview today. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at Mikel Arteta's reactions interview, because the first interview of the season, we must do it. We must do it, people. Some waffle settings from Mikel Arteta. And ultimately, yeah. But we're going to start stream off, at least the first 20, 30 minutes, maybe even, with some, let's just put it that way, Top Gunner madness. Because the comments I have been getting recently are actually kind of wild, to say the least. So we're going to look at them. We're literally going to look at them. We're going to discuss them. We're going to laugh at them, dissect them, however you want to look at this. So we're definitely going to get into that in a split second. Obviously, on the second screen, I have Liverpool versus Bournemouth open as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, people, big up everyone. Like the stream, subscribe if you're new, and leave your thoughts in the live chat. It is true, Premier League is back. United versus Arsenal, while Arteta and his team must understand that Man U remains Man U, so it's not an easy game. Exactly. Ruben Amorim has done good against Mikel Arteta so far at Sporting, at United. So it's definitely not going to be easy. Let's be real. Big up, Jay. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Yeah, that intro is fire. Big up Dio for making it as well. Big up Dio for making it. That intro is pure fire. I'm not going to lie. But yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Are you going through our manager's presser? Yeah. We're gonna do this for the first 20 minutes or so of the stream. We're gonna go through some Top Gunner comments from my TikToks, and maybe also YouTube Shorts. And after that, we're gonna talk about Man United and all that stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. And of course, we're gonna do all this stuff. We're gonna go through interview. He waffles a lot, so it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely should be hella fun. So we'll see how that goes. We're gonna see how that goes. But what we're gonna kick things off is this. We're gonna kick things off with this, and this is, bear with me here, people, because this is gonna be painful to watch, painful to understand, and painful to realize what's happening here. You want to tell me that a proper player, like, you know how we say, it's gonna be wild, to say the least. So first things first, this is basically about Board and Mikel Arteta. The manager has to go. We all can name managers who we would take in his place, right? The thing is, though, do you trust this ownership to make the right decision and sign the proper manager who is gonna take a step further and win the league, for example, and win the cups, and maybe win even the Champions League for the first time in our history? Do you trust this ownership to do that? I don't. That is the nuts part. I personally don't. You know how? And that was a TikTok I released yesterday, right? It's doing pretty decently well, I'm not gonna lie. Like 27 comments, 14 likes. It's on about almost 900 views and all this stuff. Like, it is what it is. But the thing that caught my eye, because I've been dealing this for quite a while, you want to tell me that you know how I've been dealing with comments. So we're going to look into these comments. I'm telling you this right now. So first things first, one of the first comments I got was this, right? One of the first comments I got was this. This club will most likely go another 21 years without a trophy. Dude, if that happens, oh, bloody hell. I cannot survive another 2 decades without a Premier League trophy or Champions League or something like that. That is going to be wild on its own. Here we go. Big Joe Payne. He says this: I'm an Arsenal fan. I even think Arsenal fans are spoiled and don't know how good we have it. We are spoiled, first things first, right? And everything, and we don't know how good we have it. I've been an Arsenal fan for 3 years. And I've been in good places. I've been in good places with Arsenal. I've been where they win the leagues, when they win stuff, when they achieve greatness, where they achieve some stuff where you get to see the armpits and all this stuff. Let's be real. I've been in those places. So how are we spoiled? Finishing second 3 times? Winning FA Cups, Carabao Cups, winning 1 trophy in the available, 24, 23, what we have been on at the moment. How are we spoiled? Serious question. How the hell are we spoiled? How are we getting spoiled by Arsenal? And we don't know how good we have it. Serious talk. I've been when we have been good. I've seen us win Premier League, doubles. Obviously not Champions League. That doesn't go there, right? FA Cups, Carabao Cups, everything. I've seen us being competitive on multiple places. What the hell is going on? How are we spoiled at the moment? Big up AJ. Big up AJ. Hope you're doing good. Like the stream and subscribe, people. Listen to AJ. Like the stream and subscribe. I posted a TikTok, YouTube short today. We're going to look at it in a second, right? And we're going to look at after this one. And I lost 2 subscribers because of it. So, hey, don't know. I see you people. Bigger pride. I'm watching the game. I am as well. I have a separate screen and I have Liverpool Bournemouth game on. Liverpool looking very lively at Anfield in the first game. Very, very lively at the moment. 1 trophy from possible 22. Definitely not spoiled. Exactly. How are we spoiled? We don't know how good we have this. What the hell is this guy waffling about? They change managers, but nothing changed. Well, if you actually change to a proper manager, maybe then something would change. Let's be real. Serious talk, because we replaced Wenger with Emery. We didn't give him money, patience, time, anything pretty much. So that went out the window. Then we signed Mikel Arteta. We have given him everything, literally, money, patience, time, abilities, new contracts. We have given him access to everything. And he doesn't know what he's doing. Come on. What the hell is this? Some people have no happiness in their lives. I want no bear, so they wanted no bear, so they wanted the same like Arsenal. I don't even know, because it gets nuts. See, Im said Zinchenko fell off. I said yes, as a midfielder, he's a good left back. Now, the anomaly returns. Mikel Arteta's catchphrase, anomaly. We all know this stuff. Nobody's going Arsenal, bruv. Just celebrate that you were in a title race. I don't know which team this guy or girl, let's be inclusive or whatever, supports. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know whoever they support, but definitely, just celebrate that you were in a title race. That is some nuts things to say. It's this literally statements like this, just celebrate that you were in a title race, for me personally, can only come from a person who basically supports Brighton or something like that. If it comes from an Arsenal fan, oh bloody hell, oh god. I comment. Yeah, next one. The special one. No, I want Mikel to stay, even if he doesn't win next season, and he won't get sacked because ownership are satisfied with consistent Champions League football. If Arteta leaves, I prefer Xavi. Fair play. Literally, fair bloody play. Obviously, he admits that he wants Arteta to stay, even if he doesn't win next season, which is preposterous in my opinion. But he says, if Arteta leaves, I want Xavi. At least he's not one of the top gooners who says, oh, who do you want as the manager then? And then you go off and name Nagelsmann, Xavi, of course, Conte, Allegri, Pellegrini. Flick was available at multiple times, Enrique, Ancelotti, and these managers, and they say, oh, they're dinosaurs. They know nothing about football. Nobody's better than Super Duper Mick. At least he's admitting it. So fair play to him. I'm not going to lie. I'm not answered. Xavi would be very interesting, 100%. Next one. This is fair, but Arteta has made too many mistakes. He needs to leave. Exactly. Arteta needs to leave. Exactly. Spoiled with mediocrity, more like forced down our throats. No pause is necessary. Like, true, that is the case. Big up, Bargav. Big up, Bargav. Hope you're doing well. Havertz to start Sunday. I hope not. I literally hope not. I hope Havertz doesn't start on Sunday. Havertz seems to have gone up a level since Gyökeres has come in. Calma, calma. One game against Bilbao, who got smashed by everyone in preseason, means nothing. Xavi, yeah, Xavi. Why not Cesc? Xavi. Cesc for me is a bit different one. I want to see Cesc succeed before. Like, I want to see him win some trophies, win some silverware before he comes to Arsenal. I don't want these managers who are still on the rise, but they have no merits behind their names. Like, that ship has sailed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Xavi, I would take. Nagelsmann, I also would take. Like, I'm gonna be on. Like, seriously, are we second? Are we competing? But we 10 points behind. Hey, we are second and when we are competing. Yeah, basically that's how it goes. Cesc would be good. I've listened to some interviews with Cesc Fabregas. I watched Cesc, how he has coached Como, how they play and everything. It's a very nice style how he plays. The vision, the ideas he implements into the team, how he speaks about the midfield being the most important part of the team. Like, that is something I grew up on. One of the most iconic commentators in my country. And it has stuck with me ever since I was like 5 or 6. In one of the football games said that, show me your midfield and I will tell you what your team is all about. Right? And Cesc goes by that philosophy. He also has said that he allows his attackers to have freedom. He doesn't put them in a system. He wants to play them openly. And fair play. That is fantastic. I just wish Cesc would win something before he comes to Arsenal. Well, I can't do two things at the same time, so I hope you have a good live. Big up, Beggy, and thank you for dropping by. Don't forget to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't. But I'm doing both things at the same time. I'm streaming, I'm talking to you all, and I'm watching the game. I'm doing all the things at the same time. Yeah, I don't think he's good enough. Yo, big up BX Gunner. Big up BX Gunner. Long time no see, my man. Big up, big up, big up. No, we need proven winners. Cesc is not that. Exactly. That's why if Cesc wins, right? Fair play. Then I would take him. But I want a winner. I want something who has merits behind his name, something to back him up with. Otherwise, like, might as well then again go sign City's second coach, assistant coach, give him 1 billion and see what happens. Because we have done it before. Why not do it again? And all this stuff. Were you watching the match on Sunday? I will be watching the match on Sunday, yeah. And the Bilbao game I also was watching, and that was on Saturday. I don't know which game you meant specifically. Xavi is a great manager. It's just also hard to be Barca manager if Cesc starts winning something. I want him. Exactly. If Cesc starts winning, by all means, I will have no problems with Arsenal signing him. Right? Xavi as well, decent manager. If we sign him, we'll see what happens. Wirtz is looking good, yeah. Wirtz is looking good. The Liverpool look very lively. They're moving around. They're very sharp and direct in the attacks. Bournemouth are trying to hold on for their life, to be honest, to some extent, because Bournemouth have lost 75%, 3 of their 4 defenders this offseason. The Kerkez, Housen, and Zabarny, so they will have tough times this season, I expect. At least 100%. Anyways, let's move on. There are 3 comments on this. Name 5 mistakes Arteta made last year. That was 44 minutes ago, and I answered this before I went live, actually. And this is what I said. Player management, rotations, and all this stuff. In-game management, tactics, player substitutions, plans for games. One idea, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. He has no backup plans. Playing injured players, that was another thing. And screwing up the windows. Those are 5 things he said to name, the 5 mistakes. I named 5 mistakes. This is the answer. No, be specific. Don't just name broad things a manager has to do. I'm sorry, playing injured players. How is that not as specific as it can get? Screwing up the transfer windows. Like, what do you want to say? What do you want me to say? Like, get the Arteta out? Don't sign this player, don't sign that player? Why he hasn't signed a striker? Like, I can say that, but what? How direct you want me to be? Someone said, good question, and didn't answer. That's kind of nuts. Here we go. Gunnar87 has said, Mikel will win the league, then all his haters will have to eat humble pie forever. This was what he said. To be honest, I was very fair. I said, I will gladly do that. I'm an Arsenal fan or Arteta fan. I want to win as much as the next guy, but never will be happy with being second consistently. That's what I said to him. And it's been like that because the symbols ran out, basically. I thought it's been like that. We also said that we will win. Someone deleted their comment. Someone deleted their comment, by the way. What a trophy, yeah. Here we go. TD Robbins 91. And this is the big one. Here we go. Strap in, pause, people, and here we go. This is why I can't stand a lot of Arsenal fans. We were 8th, with a lot of bang average players on high wages and no sell-on value. It's like we have this right now as well. Like, seriously, it's like we have this right now as well. Bang average players. Norgard, Vieira. Okay, Zinchenko is not bang average, but he's on high wages with no options to sell. Reece Nelson and all these guys. We are in the same spot. We literally are in the same spot we were. Arteta has come in and at our lowest point in recent years and made us title contenders and challengers for the Champions League. Vital VAR decisions have cost us the league, see? It's VAR's fault we haven't won the league. It is VAR's fault according to Top Gooners. It's always like that. It's VAR, PGMOL, or somebody else, never our own fault, which is out of Arteta's hands. See? See? No accountability for Mikel Arteta. And we are competing against a team that has breached FFP for over a decade. Well, if you can breach FFP for a decade, why we didn't do that? Why didn't we take a stab at it, so to speak? Because teams around us, they don't give a crap about FFP, PSR, and all this stuff, and they get out of it easily, by the way. When PSR, FFP hits them, they have like, let's just say a month, 2 months to fix the situation. They sell some players, they all good. Arsenal never do that. He's done bloody well considering, and they don't want to acknowledge that. I'm not too sure. I kind of think you don't want to acknowledge some other things. Just putting it out there. Literally, it's actually kind of wild when you go through these things. Like, it's actually kind of wild. But yeah, still nil-nil in Bournemouth in Liverpool's game. So far, so good, kinda. Let's just put it that way. I also like Xavi because he promoted Yamal and signed Leva and Rafinha. Also, why did we not sign Rafinha? Biggest mark. Yeah, Rafinha we didn't sign. Who did we sign instead of Rafinha at the time? Was it Fabio Vieira that we signed instead of Rafinha? We signed as well. We didn't sign Marmoush. We haven't signed loads of ballers. Arteta took us to 8th, exactly 2 years in a row. Then the year he finished 5th, by the way, we should have finished 4th. We had to take about 2-3 points, or not, no, maybe 4 or 5 points of the last 6 games, and we would have been 4th. And we managed even to ball that. So it goes like what? Mistakes made, late substitutions, transfer window inactivity, heavy reliance on set pieces, heavy minutes for players, same mistakes the year before, and year before, and year before, and it's been 6 years on the trot, and same mistakes are still being made. Nothing has changed. Hence why I want him gone. Just saying. Like, big up Bargav, big up. Big up Sean. Big up Sean, hope you're doing well. Big up, big up, big up. I don't like Martinelli, but if he leaves, he would, for some reason, be amazing for a Spanish or German team. Yeah, I think so. If he goes even to Barcelona when they wanted him, under Flick, he would be fantastic, in my opinion. He would cook in Serie A. He also would cook under a specific manager, especially since in Italy they tend to play 3 at the back. And Martinelli, let's just say, being a left mid who runs up and down, right? And defensively going forward, crossing and everything, he also would do good there. Freaking hell, cannot even speak. Big up Rasta Stocks, big up Rasta Stocks. Bless up, brother. Bless up, bless up, bless up, bless up. Go subscribe to Rasta Stocks. By the way, United fan in the chat. United fan in the chat. Be careful. Just saying. Gabriel Martinelli is a striker. Emery proved, yeah, he is a striker. I would love for Martinelli to be secondary option to the striker of Gyökeres and Havertz getting binned off and all this stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. Arteta finished fourth highest paid manager in the world. Yeah. Here is Reststock's link, by the way, people. Go and subscribe, show him some love. He's going to be doing, I think, he's doing a watch along for United Arsenal game as well. So go show him some love. Obviously, he's from across the pond. He's from the USA. So he streams at some weird times, for us at least. Obviously, for him, it's a bit different. He has to wake up at very excruciating times just to watch his team play. So respect for that. Where did this Rodrigo bid come from? And regardless, is there still a priority? If we lose him to Spurs, I'll be furious. To be honest, from the latest reports, he's not even a priority anymore. Since Ranieri has signed a new deal, they have reservations. Like that has been said. Be specific. Don't just name broad things a manager has to do. I swear people are too quick to respond and read. That means he doesn't know how to manage. He's a good assistant. Exactly. It's just we signed these players only Arteta wants, so when they flop, no one wants them. Exactly. Yet we get told by Arteta, by Edu at the time, we sign players everyone wants. That's what we get told. Yet when we have to sell them, well, we cannot. So let's be real. Yes, bruv. Next Arsenal fan, apparently. Honestly, you all are what's wrong with football fans. Spend more time hating the club than you do supporting it. Sure. These guys act like winning the league is just simple. We were mid-table and going backwards before Arteta. Now, the guy before said we were 8th and he took us to 8th. Now all of a sudden, being 8th means being, where he said it, being mid-table. How is, what? Like, so, I'm sorry, mid-table? And going backwards. The owners have been fine. Owners have been fine. Lay off the Kool-Aid, my brother. They all have done a good job. Arteta and the owners have done a good job. What? I swear this guy has been an Arsenal fan for 2 years max. Because it looks that way. Because if you have been an Arsenal fan for 2 years, you have seen us challenging. You have seen us put money in the club, technically. And Josh has said some good things in the media. Marv Sayers, oh God, give it a rest. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. Next one. You want to tell me that a proper player who is a proper winner, who has proper mentality, who can pick the team, who can shake the team up, who can actually tell the players what needs to happen, do, and everything, is worse than Odegaard, when only things he does on the pitch is run a lot, fixes his hair with his snot like, does the chicken dance on the pitch, or spins around like a Beyblade. You want to tell me that is captain material? You want to tell me that basically that was what I wrote today. But yeah. Top Gooners are wild. Just gonna put it that way. Top Gooners are on a massive big time in these things. And the nuts part is, these stuff that I get in these comments about these situations are only, and I kid you not, 99% of these comments, what I get, are from TikTok. On YouTube Shorts, I get some comments which are wild at times, but mostly these nuts comments where they talk about, oh, Arteta got us from 8th to challenging. You're negative. You're toxic. Look where he took us and everything, is mostly from TikTok. Like, it's not even YouTube. It's only TikTok. Bless up to everyone in the chat. Yes, I'm a United fan, but also I'm a football fan. Bless up, Rasta. Big up. I mean that Eze is a priority in my mind. Okay, cool. I know the bums in the back rooms of Arsenal don't believe need Eze and Rodrigo. I think they think they need a new left back and they will sign a left back or something like that. Unrealistic that they have from Newcastle. It could be. Be nice in the chat, especially considering his dad was an Arsenal manager. Yeah. Still 0-0 in Liverpool game, which is quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like Liverpool are trying to push for it, but it's not kind of translating a bit, is it? Please explain why on earth I can demand Luis Enrique or Hans as our manager. What? Like, don't argue too much in the chat. Big up, Gavin. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're doing well today, bro. People, like and subscribe. Fans who say that we are doing good haven't been fans since the late 90s, early 2000s, like us fans who saw win doubles and do the invincible. Exactly. They haven't seen us win FA Cups in a row. They haven't seen us win Premier League and everything. They have not seen that whatsoever. They haven't experienced the pain of losing Champions League against Barcelona in 2006. They have not experienced that. Hence why I still go back to it that most Arsenal fans who are this lippy and supporting many times Arteta mostly are teenagers or in the early 20s, right? And this is the big thing, because Arteta has been here for almost 6 years. Emery was for 2. That's 8 years already, right? So if you actually take, like, let's just say 3-4 years of Wenger's twilight, right? That's 11 years. 11 to 12 years. So if you started supporting Arsenal when you were 10, for example, like when you can actually make opinions, start to make some sort of opinions, visions about football, understanding and everything, only in these 12 years' time, you have seen Wenger's latter years, you have seen Emery, and you have seen Arteta. You haven't seen anything else. You haven't seen also Arsenal under prime Wenger. They haven't seen us win Premier Leagues, Invincibles, FA Cups and everything. Like, that is the nuts part. And what's even makes it more insane, they don't care enough to educate themselves about the past and history of the club, right? They don't read, they don't watch archives of Arsenal. It's available on the internet everywhere. From the games when George Graham was the manager, when we had Winterburn, Tony Adams, Paul Merson, and all these guys. Ray Parlour, they don't watch those games. Like, the most of the things they say about is the latest ones, the most recent games. However, they are the first ones to make their point in arguments using the history of Arsenal, just so they can argue about your opinion. But they don't care about the past, because if they did, they actually would educate themselves. And maybe then they would realize what the history of Arsenal is actually all about. Do you think some of the Arsenal players have fake accounts so they can voice their views? I don't think so. But I definitely believe that there are Arsenal players who have, like, burner accounts on YouTube, on TikTok, on X, everywhere, where they secretly, let's just put it that way, watch streams, posts, and everything of what, let's just say, YouTubers, in this instance, say and do about the club. I think that is definitely the case. But there are people who openly admit that they watch the content. There are Arsenal players who have openly admitted that. It's not a surprise that, for example, Declan Rice follows Lee Gunner on Twitter. Like, it's not a surprise. 10 likes, big up, people. Big up, big up, big up. I realize that there won't be many viewers because people are watching the Liverpool game, but I wanted to do the preview today, so tomorrow we can chill and relax and we can touch up on the game if something happens. They haven't watched us ball 4-0 lead versus Newcastle, lose 8-2 at Old Trafford. Yeah. Wenger's 1000 game at Stamford Bridge, that was fun, wasn't it? Champions League semi-finals against United, 2009, 8, 9, 9, and everything. Like, they haven't, it feels like they don't know that. Please like the stream. Yeah, people, like the stream. Only 5 people in here. Bless up to you all. Big up Eros. Maybach music or Benteke music in the building. Subscribe if you're new as well, people. Subscribe. Show some love. How many young fans know who Alan Sunderland was for? They barely can spell Sunderland. They probably would think that's a guy who lives in Sunderland. They probably don't even know about the... Do you think any of them know that Wenger has a book? There is a book about Wenger and everything. Do you think that? They only know Arteta's Revolution by Kappa Watts. That's the only thing they know. I have been reading a book about Wenger's early stint as a manager. I was not alive during it. It's so sad, the difference in managers, Arteta and Wenger. Exactly. That's the nuts part. That's the case. And big up to you, Ryan, for reading that stuff, because not many will. Not many will do that. Like, serious talk. Big up, no. Yeah. They only know Donald Sutherland from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Fuck's sake, Ross. Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Anyways, it's time, people. I hope you have your popcorn ready. Really hope you have your popcorn ready, because we're gonna do this. We're gonna go into the Matrix, and we're gonna look at Mikel Arteta's first interview of the 25-26 season before the game against Manchester United on Sunday, 4:30 p.m. UK time. So basically, I advise, I don't know, get popcorn, get something to entertain yourself, because this is gonna be nuts. Ask any of them where Wenger came from. Yeah, they will say. They will, actually. Because also, Moneypenny, we all know Moneypenny and all these guys, right? He said that Wenger joined from Monaco at the time. He said that in the what's its face, in the quickfire questions. And he was together, like, you know, where Jamie Carragher is and all these men, right? He said Monaco, yeah. Yeah, popcorn, nom, nom, nom. If Tony Adams was in Arteta's squad, dude, I'm not sure. You know what? If Tony Adams was in this Arteta squad, Arteta probably would have already been gone. Or Tony Adams would have been handing transfer request. He would have changed clubs and then said everything about Arteta, what he thinks. To be honest, knowing Tony Adams, he actually would have said everything what he thinks about Arteta whilst he was still at the club. Wenger came from Japan. Exactly. He came from Japan. He was in Japan for 1 year, and he won 2 trophies there. At Monaco, he won 2 trophies. He already was, you could argue, a proven winner. And we signed him from Japan. Nobody knew who Arsene Wenger was at the time. Everyone laughed at Arsene Wenger when he came in with the dietary ideas, taking away drinking and all this stuff. Everyone laughed at it. We were the first team who yielded also, I think it was 11 black people on the pitch as well, Afro-Americans, 11 Afro-Americans on the pitch. And the media didn't take kind eye to that as well, because it was different times back in the day. Media really had a field day with that one as well. And it's been like that. You could argue it's been like that. Media has been on our ass ever since. Odegaard vote for captain. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. A country mile, exactly. Anyways, Mikel Arteta has been speaking to the press, probably Tom Canton, ZPU, and all these men, of our opening game before season against Manchester United. During the press conference at the Highland, Mikel Arteta asked about the squad availability facing the Red Devils and the success of our academy. So here we go, people. Strap in on how excited he is for the new season. I'm super excited. I can't wait. It's been a really productive preseason. We've made such an evolution. See? Evolution. Already. It's the first question. It's one of his buzzwords in the squad, as well as we are ready to go. On the mood in the place. The mood of the place, the energy around it, the enthusiasm that the boys, the staff came with from day one. Now we're going to do better. Well, if you don't win, you are not doing better. Let's be real. And what is going to be better? 5th round of FA Cup? Because doing better means you get to, at least you win Premier League, you get into finals of Champions League, you get to final in Carabao Cup, and you get at least to 5th round of the FA Cup. That would be doing better. To keep improving as a team and to win. That's what drives my energy, and that's why I'm so excited. On Leandro Trossard's availability. I think he's much better. I think he will be able to train again tomorrow. And if that's the case, he will be fit. Well, that's what he said in the first place. I feel like Arteta paid players to vote for Odegaard to be captain. Yeah, could be the case. Probably paid with all the money last season he pickpocketed from them at the dining room table. Probably paid with that money as well. Rice, Gabriel, Saka, Timba, Saliba, all way more captain material than Odegaard. Yeah, the thing is, though, I don't want, for example, Saka to be the captain. Because whenever Saka has been the captain, and he goes to the referees and he talks to them. I have noticed that they don't listen to him. They don't take him seriously. They see Saka coming, Saka is saying something, they just turn around and walk away. Basically, get away from us. Like that is also something weird I've noticed at times. What did I say? Like seriously, what did I say? Anyways, on if we need to make sales in the transfer window, I leave that on Andrea Berta and the club. See? I leave that to Andrea Berta and the club about the sales. If we still had Edu, he would say this sentence in, we will sit down with Edu and the player and discuss his potential at the Arsenal, his future at the Arsenal, and we will make the correct decision. He would definitely include Edu and he would say they will do it all together. As soon as Andrea Berta has come in, he basically says, ask Berta, let him do with these, I don't care. My main focus is just about performing, preparing the games in the best possible way, and winning. Well, we'll see on Sunday, won't we? Now we start the season. It's been a long preseason with the market and being so active in it. I'm not too sure what to say about this, though. Long preseason with the market and being so active in it. So active in the market. Like, I'm not gonna lie, signing Kepa for 5 million, Norgard for 11 million, and all this 12 million, sorry. I wouldn't say that is being active. That is just being lazy. Because you cannot tell me that we couldn't have signed like better quality players in general and saved some money and maybe got some other players in. Like, seriously. On starting the season with tough games, we need to play each other. We need to play at some point. We'll start at an incredible stadium with so much history. Yeah, there are lots of rats in there. The roof is leaking and everything. So we'll see. And a beautiful way to start the season. We will go game by game and make the best preparations and then perform to earn the right to win the game. How about you just win games and stop waffling? On the potential of winning the title. On the potential of winning the title. Liverpool are about to score. Liverpool 1-0. For fuck's sake. Oh yeah, it has to. Yeah, exactly. The captain has to be right, or Gabriel. Arteta is prime example of how every writing teacher dreams of how their students are supposed to write. Yeah, basically that how Arteta envisions Arsenal is how basically Arteta envisions a perfect classroom. Everyone's listening. Everyone's yes. We know everything. We understand everything. Nobody is disrupting the class. Nobody's talking in the class while he speaks and all this stuff. As soon as Arteta says something, they do it. It's basically like drill sergeants and drilling some stuff into them in army. 1-0. Ekitike scored for Liverpool, people, by the way. I'm just watching how they played it out on replay. Lucky bounce, but Ekitike with a very nice and calm finish. GG to Liverpool. They're winning the game. Yeah, Big Gubby. Yeah. Tavernier just sold. Who is that? I probably know the player, maybe spelling or what, but I don't know. Tavernier. Who is that? Who is Tavernier? I'm very sorry, I'm just... Anyways, let's move on. So active is getting like for replacements, 1 addition and 2 upgrades on Gyökeres and Zubi. We are not serious. Liverpool, City, and Chelsea all improved their starting 11s. Yeah, even United have improved their starting 11. If we're not go that far, like seriously, United have improved. Their attack is 10 times better than it was last year. Let's be real. Garnacho, instead of Garnaches, they have Buemo. Instead of Højlund, they have what's its face. And the Tesco bags, Sesko, and everything, and like it's actually kind of nuts. Ekitike, yeah, sorry, my no, all good. Who is Tavernier? That's just curious. Big up Yessa TV. Resident Chelsea fan in the chat as well. Chelsea play tomorrow, don't they? You play tomorrow, right? Let me check. No, you play also on Sunday. Yeah, you play also on Sunday before us. You play on Sunday before us, right? Yeah, you play Crystal Palace at 2 p.m. kickoff. Yeah. Reach straight for the dude. Trust me, I am stressed already. I'm not gonna lie, I am very stressed because I in the beginning of the stream I went through some Top Gunner comments regarding Arteta sacking the manager and all this stuff. It's actually kind of wild what they're saying. Like it's insane. Yeah, big up, yes, a big up. World champion in the building, yes, that's TV. Big up. Congrats on 860. Big up to you all for subbing, actually. Big up, people. Big up for subbing and all this stuff. Big up to you all. You make this possible. Here is Yessa's link. Go show him some love. Go show, subscribe to him as well. Make him help him get to 700 subscribers at least. Big up. I'm actually surprised Bournemouth held out for 30 minutes. Yeah, with the Liverpool start and how they were going for it, I'm actually kind of surprised as well a bit. But they did it. Like, Bournemouth is going to have a very tough season. Very tough season. As I said before, they lost 3/4 of their defense. They lost Kerkez, they lost Hausen, and they lost Zabarny. They lost also, what's its face? They lost someone else. I forgot the name on top of my head. Marcos Tavernier, same from Bournemouth. Yeah. Tavernier. Yeah. The Englishman. Yeah. I'm a little behind you in the game. He missed a wide open shot that Alisson saved it. Yeah. Well, some things never change. Anyways, on the potential of winning the title, he better say something proper here. Yes, especially the consistency that we've shown in the last 3 years. The margins, we know how small they are. We know the competition as well as increased level. With recruitment, with another year together, and we're going to have to win. Again, with the margins, of course, but yeah, we are going to have to win. How about you just win it for a change? Stop waffling. On how many teams can win the Premier League? I swear, I have heard about 6 interviews since the season ended. And every single interview, this question has been asked. On how many teams can win the Premier League title? A lot. Too many. Sorry, what? Like, in my mind, it's technically 3. Well, technically 2. No, technically it's 4. Technically it's 4. Realistically, it's 2. And none of them are Arsenal. Like, and it's getting stronger and stronger. There are teams that maybe you don't put them on piece of paper right now, but suddenly they will surprise everybody. The squads, the quality, the managers, the structure they have in the clubs, they're also strong. It's going to be very difficult. And it's getting stronger and stronger. You know, we were in a very good position last 3 years. We were ahead of many teams, our main rivals last 3 years. But this last window you did, before this window, when you signed the Italian zucchini, the cauliflower, California injury hospital settings, and Mikel Merino play a snoring midfielder, right? You allowed other teams to catch up. And now we are here. We are doing nothing. Everyone has caught up. We are again in struggle town. And who knows what's going to happen afterwards. You're digging, and you have to keep digging. I hate his analogy. Slot must have ended up digging in the right place than last year. Probably. 100% he did 3 digs and he was there. On what to expect from Man United. Oh, bloody hell. They will be different as well. The manager will have more time with them. They have a preseason. They make really good signings as well, like anybody else. I think they strengthen and they will be better than last year, like the rest of the teams. On what made us sign Victor Gyökeres? Well, the fan base made us sign Victor Gyökeres and Andrea Berta. Let's not beat around the bush here. We wanted Gyökeres. Well, not we. Not every Arsenal fan wanted Gyökeres. A part of Arsenal's fan base wanted Gyökeres. Andrea Berta wanted Gyökeres. You, on the other hand, Lego-headed bridesmaid, you wanted Benjamin Šeško. You wanted him. I can just talk about Victor and how happy we are to have him. I think he's going to have a tremendous impact on the team. The adaptation has been very, very good, and we are really happy to have him. He didn't even answer the question. Well, that's, to be honest, as always. I wanted Isak. Big up my boss. I get it. I wanted Isak as well if he was available, but when it got quoted at 150, I instantly turned away. For 150, Arsenal could sign 3 players and improve their team more than by just signing one Isak. So in those terms, like it kind of made sense to me as well. Like we actually got Gyökeres and all this stuff. Now on Odegaard being our captain. Well, my opinion is clear. Yes, you want your shoulder rubbing Norwegian snot hair in as your captain. It's not just my opinion. It's all the staff and especially the players. I asked them to vote for the captain and I got the result yesterday. By a mile, by big 100 marks, everybody choosing the same person, which is Martin Odegaard, which is the most clear sign that you can have how they feel about who has to be their captain to defend, improve, and win the matches that we want to win. So there is no question about that. It's funny that these news about voting as a captain comes out straight after Paul Merson called Arteta out. Let's be real. This is literally just damage control. Because if, not Paul Merson, Tony Adams, sorry. Tony Adams, not Paul Merson. If Tony Adams doesn't say what he said 2 days ago, this question doesn't exist. Let's be honest with ourselves. Nobody would have asked on Odegaard being our captain, and this answer about some voting, was it ballot voting? Who knows? But about the voting, about the landslide victory and everything, it wouldn't even exist. Let's not say as if he has said something brilliant here. On top of that, the fact that it basically got won by a landslide, it just shows how spineless is our team. Because if they had spine, if they actually wanted to achieve some stuff, and they weren't just Arteta push boys around, they would say, F it all, I want Rice, I want Gabriel, I don't want Odegaard. The question is, what is Odegaard doing so special in the team that he is winning by a landslide? Everyone wants him as the captain. Because at the moment, from outside looking in at least, he does nothing. The boy does nothing. Alicia Dixon settings. The boy does nothing. Like, come on. He runs. Come on. Where is it? I will play it. I will play it because I can, basically. Just because I can, I will play it. You want to tell me that a proper player who is a proper winner, who has proper mentality, who can pick the team, who can shake the team up, who can actually tell the players what needs to happen, do, and everything, is worse than Odegaard when only things he does on the pitch is run a lot, fixes his hair with his snot, does the chicken dance on the pitch, or spins around like a Beyblade. You want to tell me that is captain material? You want to tell Gyökeres got to prove me wrong? Yeah, 100%. Gyökeres has to prove, for example, you wrong, right? As you're saying, he has to prove the ones that wanted Gyökeres right, and he also has to prove the ones that wanted Šeško wrong. So he has pressure no matter how you look at it. And when you add the pressure, him coming in with the baggage and the goal-scoring ability he has shown, he has pressure from himself as well. So he will be under immense pressure. Let's be real. Imagine being Arteta's fan, being control freak and also, who do you think has a burner account? Which player? I think Rice, Timber definitely is in. I think Rice. I think Zinchenko. Although Zinchenko's wife probably scouts the market in those terms. Timber has, yeah. I think Bukayo Saka does because the new generation and all that jazz. Who Who else? Who else? Let me say. Skelly, potentially. Martinelli. Havertz definitely has maybe as well one. Why did you not want Sesko? He's quicker than Gyökeres, younger and better haircuts. Well, the haircuts bit I get. The haircuts part I totally get, right? The thing is, yes, he is younger. You can say, yes, he is quicker. But for me, the big thing is, whether you sign Gyökeres or Sesko, it's a risk, no matter how you look at it, right? One is more expensive than the other and all that stuff. But however, Gyökeres is 10 times more calculated risk because we have seen what he can do. His goal-scoring record speaks for itself. His goal-scoring record in Champions League for Lisbon also speaks for himself. He has done it before. He has done it in Championship. He has done it in Portuguese League. Now it's time to go next step forward into Premier League. He is an established player which has proven himself. And Arsenal cannot allow themselves, at least in my opinion, to sign a player who is a project still. And the way I see Sesko, even though he has very good qualities, in 3-4 years, he would be fantastic potentially. He could be fantastic, right? But at the moment, he is not ready to be the main guy to lead Arsenal's scoring line, in my opinion. His touch is sometimes questionable still, just like Gyökeres, I'm not going to lie. But his finishing is inconsistent. He has tunnel vision. His passing needs a lot of work still. And he still feels very raw. He has never scored more than 14 goals in a season, which as well is another issue. So he is not as proven as Gyökeres, in my opinion. Definitely, that's I know. So we need a player who could get us over the line now. Exactly, we need a win now type of player, which Gyökeres, in my opinion, is much more win now type of player compared to Sesko, who could be a win now type of player in few years. When he has grown up, he has matured, and he has become what he could potentially become. I sound like Mikel Arteta, sorry for waffling. There will be more Sesko type strikers coming. There could be, definitely. There are some, but the time will tell if they grow that high. Gyökeres may make Havertz better, which is a plus as well. Yeah. Because also, I genuinely don't believe, if we didn't have a striker, Gyökeres, right, for example, I don't think Havertz scores that goal he scored against Bilbao. That sprinting like the Flash, basically. He was the German hedgehog, German Sonic. Like, los geht's. Los, schnell. And he brushed off the defender, and with his weak foot, he kind of scuffed it, but he shot it bottom far corner. Right? I don't think he scores that if we don't have another striker, because that is that extra pressure where he needs to perform under more. I would like to be a fly in the bug in those conversations that players have on Arteta. I would love the access to those WhatsApp group chats as well. Well, it definitely won trophy from possible 26 after see that captain point. I don't like Sesko at United. Well, for me, the thing that for me associates with United, right, is that they're kill talent, which is very unfortunate, because they did it with who did it with? Falcao, technically. They did it as well with Depay. They did it with, of course, what's its face? What's his name? Why am I blanking on this right now? It was Depay. It was I forgot the name. Forward as well. I forgot the name. Freaking hell, just skipped my mind. But yeah. Anyways, let's move forward. 1-0 at halftime between Liverpool, of course. So there is still that. On how much the club has supported him in the transfer window this summer. It's not just supporting me, of course, but supporting the team, supporting the vision, the idea, and especially the ambition at the level that we are playing, the competition we have, and what we expect to do. So we have to improve the squad. We have to improve the quality and depth of the squad. And we certainly have done it in a really great way. Improve the depth of the squad. What? We have signed one player more than like per like replacements. Only like squad depth improvement is Gyökeres because we have signed him as a striker. Rest of the lot have been like per like substitutions. Where does that make sense? Quality, there is some debate about that, but still it's not great. And the main team with Gyökeres obviously has improved. On getting the best version of Gyökeres, we want to do everything. First of all, understanding the player and exposing the player to the conditions that he can fulfill his incredible exposing the player. That sounds hella dramatic, you know. Then that's going to be the key, and the good things in that many players, many strikers, they have from different leagues, they have to come to the Premier League and be successful. And it's for us creating the right context. Here we go. Context is back, people. Context is back for Victor to do what he does best, which is to score goals. Liverpool look like the Liverpool from 22-23. Well, we'll see. I think Liverpool needs to kick into gear. We'll see what's going to happen during the season with Liverpool, right? At the moment, Liverpool are just finding themselves out, like to some extent, but they already looks very threatening to some extent, so it's going to be interesting. I like Merino as a person, seems like a good person. Yeah, but he needs to go. Can't forfeit his shift as number. No more of this, please. Raising our floor is nothing impressive if our ceiling is still 6'4". That's the thing. That is the thing. We need these buzzword phrases like ceiling raiser, floor raiser, and all this stuff. Like we are not raising the ceiling. We are kinda raising the floor. Yes, with Gyökeres, we have risen the ceiling. Fair dues. But the floor stays the same, and the gap is too big. The gap between floor and the ceiling is way too big. Big up, Marlon. Hope you're doing well. Their defense is shaky. Yeah, their defense is Liverpool's defense is a worry, and that is expected. That is expected given that they have basically changed half of their defense, both wing backs, which is a very key role for them, how they attack, how they basically go forward, which is a very key role. And obviously with Trent moving to Real Madrid and them getting Frimpong, they have lost quite a bit of creative ability from the back, which is going to be an issue. They will have to struggle with it, hence why they have signed Florian Wirtz, obviously. And time will tell how that is going to help them out. How Arne Slot is going to adjust his system to cater the players and to kind of keep the shape, keep the system, at the same time not lose productivity and lose the style how the team wants to play and move forward. Kroenke is out. Facts. Kroenke out, Arteta out, Win the Dog out, Top Gunners out, Tim Lewis, Richard Garlick. Peace out. Anyways, moving forward. On standout memories against Man United, nobody cares. On if he's excited as he was ahead of previous season, I think it gets you more and more excited. And the more I spend time with the players and the staff, the more reason they give me to come every single day with a big smile on my face, with a lot of energy. I'm very enthusiastic about what we do and very privileged. Now, I'm just saying this, right? Every single day with big smile on my face, with a lot of energy. Obviously, he's not going to admit it, but this definitely doesn't sound like a manager who is under any pressure whatsoever. This sounds like a manager who is comfortable in his situation. The board is not on his case. The owners are not on his case about not winning trophies, and they are happy where they are. That is a bit of a worry. That is a massive, massive red flag for me. On the chance to get wins from difficult games early on, 100%. It's a big opportunity to go to Old Trafford on day one and go there and play the way we want to play and win the game. That's the focus. And energy again. On if there's more pressure on us to win the title this season. Yes, keep digging. You have to keep digging because one day the gold is going to be there. That's all the time. I've been taught, I've been educated, and that's for it. For 3 seasons, we have more points than any other team in the league. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do the math. Literally, let's do the math. I have paper. I have a pen. Let's do the math. Let's do this math right here, right now. Share the table. Here we go, people. Here we bloody go. So we're gonna go what? City, Liverpool, Arsenal, right? City, Pool, Arsenal. City, 91. Arsenal, 89. Liverpool, 82. Moving on. 24, 25. I'm going to change that. Liverpool, 84. Arsenal, 74. City, 71. 22-23 season. City, 89. Arsenal, 84. Liverpool, 67. Oh, that's not great for them. So, let's do this. Liverpool, last 3 seasons. 84 plus 82 plus 67 equals 223 points for Liverpool in last 3 seasons. Let's do City. City, 91 plus 71 plus 89 equals 251 points. Let's do the Asna. Asna, 89 plus 74 plus 84 equals 247. So, 3 years, as Mikel Arteta wants to say, 3 years more, right? So, in these 3 years, City combined points 251. Arsenal 247. I don't know what math Mikel Arteta has been taught in Spain, but we're in the math where what I was taught was that 251 is more than 247. Not sure what he's waffling about here. Serious talk. Not sure what he's waffling about here. Seriously. Odegaard saying to finish second is not a failure. And this is our captain speaking. This is our captain speaking, by the way. Odegaard saying to finish second is not a failure. Our captain says that. So what expectations can you have and everything? City has more. I think it was 252, 247. It's 251, 247. City has more. So Mikel Arteta straight up is lying here. Not sure what math he's getting told, but yeah. Don't forget City and Chelsea and 2 strikers. Chelsea with a striker and a good left back. Yeah. They have 100%. Big up Sheldon. Congrats to Liverpool on their 21st league win. Well, we'll see, but yeah. He makes the top Gunners Arteta fanboys think Arteta is good and it's actually doing better than he's going. Yep. Yeah, that's what Marlon is calling him. Yep. It's incredible. That's why we have all the consistency. Now we have to do it this season. And to earn more points or the same amount of points or more goal difference than any other team. That's the objective. Okay. And if Gyökeres is ready to start on Sunday, he's getting better and better every day. He's normally a really fit player. It's true that he hasn't trained so much with us. He had those 2 moments in games when he's participated and the feeling was very good. So let's see what we do on Sunday. If Havertz starts on Sunday, I'm about to throw some hands. Calafiori and Havertz. They were players that were coming back from long-term injuries, so we have to be very cautious throughout the preseason. Gabriel is not in this equation, right? Especially when you start to travel abroad. Okay, on Zubimendi available for Sunday. Yes, he had the great integration. Zubimendi was in training today, people, as well. There were pictures and he was in the training. As every can see it immediately, he's had a very big impact on the team. On if it's a fight between Gyökeres and Havertz for number 9 position, it's always good. I play with 11 players. Well, that's true. You don't make subs almost whatsoever. There are going to be some players on the bench that are going to be used. Some players, that doesn't sound so promising. Some others that cannot be used. He's already preparing his defense when he doesn't play Vanieri, when he doesn't play Max Daumann and players like that, when whole fan base is going to call for it. He's already preparing his escape route by saying this stuff. Some players that we're going to have to leave in the stands. Holy crap. That's the next level that we are going to face. Next level, dude, phase 7, And if we have enough in attacking midfield, I think we have great versatility, very different qualities in relation to the position as well. We can manipulate. I don't like this word already. And we have some great cohesion within those units. So I'm very happy with that. On the evolution of our midfield, see, even journals are starting to use evolution. Probably was Canton. There are few in relation to the players that we have in their qualities. Now we have probably elements and possibilities that we never had before, and some others that will emerge naturally to probably are not in the book. So that's really a good weapon to have. On the players voting for who our captain is, especially because we change a lot, we don't change a lot. We are the same. On the captaincy qualities Martin has, we'll see it differently. And if we're going to talk about leadership and these kind of leaders, we can be here for hours. So at the end, what matters most is how these guys feel about who needs to lead the team, how they feel comfortable, who is going to push them, who is going to give them support when it's happening. Basically, who do you want to represent the club and the team when you go out there and face any opposition? That's the key. Okay, enough said. Literally, enough said. Villarreal 2-0 up against Real Oviedo. Is no Santi? What the hell? No Santi Cazorla. Cazorla is on the bench, for fuck's sake. What a shame. What a shame. I listened to that interview also from Sky Sport. The big up comp, big up, and that is an embarrassment of an interview as always. What history does she that fuck's sake Arteta have making us memes and chocolate? Yeah. I think Top Gunners will bend the rules of math to say that he's right about saying that we got most points in the last. They will try some Pythagoras theorem, Cauchy theorem, something like that. Yeah, definitely no essay after that quote. Yep. Robo, we're gonna sell any players? Well, you can go on FIFA, play career mode, and sell some players if that helps you feel better. Regarding Arsenal in real life, not gonna lie, fuck knows. So excuse my French. If we are so good over the last 3 seasons, why do I wish I was in someone else's shoes? Exactly. If we are so good in the last 3 seasons, how comes I more enjoy watching other leagues, other teams? Like, come on. This club makes me laugh. It makes me cry, laugh, gives me sleepless nights and ulcers. Genuinely at some point I could get constipation by genuinely being stressful over this club. It could come to that point, knowing Arsenal and how things go. Okay, some United news. Some news. 2-0 Liverpool. 2-0 Liverpool, people. 2-0 Liverpool. Anyways, I'm going to share the screen because there are some news. So these are the news regarding United game. Mazraoui and Lisandro Martinez are out of the game. Amorim and on Sesko, I can see Ben being a striker at United for many years. Physically, he's ready. On Højlund, he's one more option. Asmus is still our player. So basically, Mazraoui and Lisandro Martinez are not gonna play against us. That is basically what he's saying. Both are out. Basically, both are out. Both of them are not gonna play. Obviously, that I don't want to say helps Arsenal, because knowing Arsenal, we are Santa Claus FC and we manage to screw it up somehow all the time. But hey, time only will tell and we will see. But it's like, who knows? Duralux helps on the constipation. We'll see. Might need to stock up. 15 likes, people. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I generally don't say sometimes enough that in streams. If you haven't already, yeah, people, hit the likes and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Exactly. Big up Eras. Big up Mikel Music. Damn, it chose to drop Gakpo from my FPL team. Oh, FPL, fuck's sake. I have Verts and Salah from FPL, and none of them are doing anything. I was debating whether to put Ekitike in or not. I didn't, because I thought he wouldn't do much, and he has scored and got an assist. So this is going well. Off to a flying start in the FPL. Fuck's sake. Some Eze news. Someone was mentioning Eze. Here we go. Here's your Eze news. Here are your Eze news. Big up, Pee-wee. Hope you're doing well. Hang in there, Beggy. Yeah, I am in the same boat as you. I dropped Ekitike. Maybe Salah will score. Maybe I will get lucky. Maybe. But who knows? I need Verts and Salah to do something in this game so I can get at least some points on the board. Otherwise, I'm kind of effed. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the Spurs were only 7 million short of what Crystal Palace want for Eberechi, apparently. Which at the end of the day means that they're going to increase their offer. They will pay a bit more upfront. They will split the rest in add-ons, and he will move to Spurs. Well, I would expect soon, but I don't want to get overzealous because it doesn't look like Arsenal want Eze whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look like Arsenal want Eze whatsoever. Let's look at this because we have to. Because this is something I wanted to talk about. Let me open a new tab. Share the tab. Here we go. Record sales of every Premier League club. Record sales of every Premier League club. We are 18th. We are 18th in the league of record sales. This is every club in Premier League, the highest sale, and Arsenal are 18th. Relegation. We are in relegation spot in terms of sales. Oxlade-Chamberlain still is our highest sale, by the way. This is just insane. Like, this is insane. I don't think we'll make another signing in this window. It's starting to look that way. Obviously, there is some hopium and copium that we might someone, but I don't. I'm starting to lose faith whatsoever. Doesn't surprise me one bit, exactly. The nuts part is, when you look at other teams, they sell some big players for big bucks. The nuts part is, Aston Villa, in 2 years, in 2 seasons' time, has sold more than Arteta in 6 years' time. That is the nuts part in this. That is the nuts part. And look at this masterclass by Mikel Arteta. Omari Hutchinson is going to Forest for £37 million. £37 million. There is also a sell-on clause, and I think Chelsea are getting about 10 million for him. Something like that. 10 million for him, Chelsea are getting, right? So they ultimately got 35 million combined for selling him to, well, Ipswich and now to Forest. Arsenal got, well, literally F all because they let him go for free. Arsenal FC, people. Arsenal FC, the gift that keeps on giving. The gift that keeps on giving. And now, 37 million supporting this club will make you exactly. Anyways, this is the last one I'm sharing, and then I'm logging off for today. ESPN's top managers in Europe rankings. This is according to ESPN. Notice a fraud here. Notice a fraud in this list. It's actually insane if you come to think of it. Mikel Arteta is 6th above Antonio Conte and other, like, how is he even in the same list as these guys, by the way? What the hell is the Lego head doing there? Exactly. That is my point. That is my question. What the hell is he doing there? Conte, serial winner. Flick, serial winner. Joby Alonso, invincible, double, and everything. Europa League final. Guardiola, he can speak for years. Arne Slot, 2 league titles and everything. Luis Enrique, serial winner. Why wouldn't we be low on that list? Well, yeah. How are we gonna sell? Like, we should be good at selling. Well, it sounds a bit mad when I say this, but we should, but we are not. That is something that should have been improved like 5 years, like 10 years ago. We still haven't improved on it. That is the nuts part. That is the issue. Chelsea in one window, this summer window, has sold more than Arsenal in the last, I think, I would say 10 years. Like, that is alone embarrassment. But yeah, people. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, we are playing United. It's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be 2-1. For which team, I don't know. I'm going to say Arsenal. Like, I'm going to be honest. My heart is saying Arsenal. It's going to be 2-1. My head is saying it's going to be a boring draw, 1-1 or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to go with my heart here because I'm an Arsenal fan, and I'm going to say 2-1. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see who wins. But definitely, it's going to be a nuts game. I expect it could be boring nuts game as well. But yeah, it's not looking too good for now. Let's see what 11 he brings out. I want it to be a 3-1. Would be nice. Would be nice to score more than 1 or 2 goals. I'm not gonna lie. That would be very, very nice. But yeah, people, if you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe. For today, I am logging off. So have a nice evening. Enjoy football. Have a nice day tomorrow. Enjoy football because I'm definitely gonna. And of course, tomorrow on the stream, we're gonna talk more about United game and some other bits and bobs here or there. But for today, I'm going to be signing off. I'm going to relax. My vacation starts today. 2 weeks off. Big up, people. So, yeah. Big up, James or Shaq. I don't even know who this is. I assume it's James. Big up, Football Locker Room Banter. Go subscribe to them as well. Show them some love. But for today, I'm signing off, and I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Or you can catch me on Twitter. You can follow me there at Latvian_Gunnar and everything. You can follow me on X. You can follow me on TikTok if you want. Well, you can find me everywhere, pretty much on all the social medias, or just write a comment. But for today, I am out. Peace.